everybody, welcome to the International Backgammon Bootcamp in North Cyprus. Today is the last day and we are in almost the final match. So to reaching the 800 game points, players will play 9-point match. The previous all match was on 7-point, now they're going to play 9-point. And in the live stream, Dirk Shimon, the Grand Dirk Shimon will be with us to comment. And the players, Michihito Kageyama, aka Michi, and Markus Reinhard from Germany, they will play. And of course, we all know Dirk Shimon, so he will be with us and we'll comment together. And we are almost ready to stream, so whenever we are ready, we can continue. Hello Dirk, how are you?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm good, very good actually, because I'm in vacation here in Costa Rica. So I'm at the beach, and so don't be surprised if you hear some strange sounds, some howler monkeys or some parrots and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how much is getting over to you from all this, but yeah, I'm great. Unfortunately, it's very early in the morning here, just after sunrise, but what can you do?
Unfortunately, there's a time differences. Sorry to disturb you in this early morning. But as far as I see on the WhatsApp messages, you have really nice background on your holiday.
Yeah. But I try. Yeah. It's very nice here. I mean, and they are starting, so I don't want to talk anymore about Costa Rica. Okay
then.
Yep.
So the players are almost ready. They're going to start now. They are waiting for us now. So we'll tell them to start and we'll begin to comment.
Perfect.
Okay. Başlamaya hazırız. Okay, I just would like to make some explanation. With the black checkers, Markus Reinhard will play and Michi will play with white checkers. And they start to play, so we can start commenting.
This didn't work. We have a better buffer box maybe. Yeah, we can ask maybe.
They will use buffle box, I think, but that buffle box is really smaller than the regular one, so they can have little problem to roll it there.
I don't like it. We have to.
Okay, fuck you.
We have to change it. We have to change it.
For two. So moving from 24 is better, you think?
I think.
Yeah.
Threes are duplicated to hit, so not much better option. And now Michi should make the 5-point, yes.
Sorry?
They have some problems.
As I said, that buffle box is smaller than the regular one, so it's not easy to roll, to put the dice in. So Markus, I think he changed his mind. He wants to roll with his dice cup.
Yeah, because you really want to avoid anything that might distract you. So if you're not used to it, he wants to focus on the game.
That's right.
Actually, he should remove his baseball cap when he's looking down at the board. You cannot see everything. So 3-2. Okay. this. He has to. I mean, he can play 11 maybe. He's ahead in the race while I leave a shot and hope to escape with it. That's certainly one option. And, okay, lots. I mean, this is a little bit rich for my taste. I don't like it that much, but maybe he's right. There's too many different good numbers. But okay, now he has to cover and bring a checker down. Nothing much else to play. By 4 for Michi. So he doesn't want to leave a shot with a strong board, but maybe he will be obliged to hit to avoid it. Yes, I think I would have done the same. Okay, Marcus was thinking a second about the cube maybe, but this is way too early, and he correctly rolls and hits another checker. So now we're getting into cube 10 maybe. The deuce is clear, so he lets his checker split. He plays it very fast. I mean, he could also have advanced to the 22 or make the deuce point, so I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, the deuce point is much better, and so he won't be in danger of getting blitzed and could try to prime Marcus' lone back checker. And yeah, now Marcus has the two options: either blitzing Michi with numbers or priming. So Michi should have made the anchor. And now Marcus is seriously thinking about a cube. I think this is a cube, actually. Some threats, and the race, stronger structure, only one checker back. Okay, so it's a small cube, I can just see. Yeah, and good find by Marcus, easy take. And 5-3 makes the 3. And what is it? 6-4. That's rather awkward. So what can he do? Probably he has to step out. Maybe he has to play 24-18, 9-5, which looks awfully risky. So probably he has to hit. If he hits with the 6, then he has no good 4. So he also doesn't want to give up the midpoints. So this is really difficult. And he's now taking his time.
What about moving from 24 and 6 to 2 without wood heating?
Yeah, but you really don't want to put the checker behind the action, and that is really 6-2 is really a weakness. So when you get attacked and hit something back, then you still have the blood out there. So,
okay.
So I don't know. I didn't see the XG analysis, but I like Michi's play actually. So Marcus rolled a great roll and is now in command. And so can easily win them in here.
Do you see the XG analyze on the left side of the screen?
Yeah, I see it, but I didn't see the evaluation for the 6-4 for that particular move.
Okay.
So I don't know what XG would have preferred since we were discussing it, but so we didn't get XG's opinion. But actually, I think Michi's play was fine. I liked it. So now he's in really bad shape and will be in an ill-timed ace-point game. Okay, so Michi found the right play. and but 24-18, 9-5 with the 6-4 would have been also okay. Again, another strong performance so far by Marcus. Playing a very good tournament, I heard. And so tell me, who can win the tournament? Both of them, or?
Actually now best two PRs playing in the average PRs, as far as I remember when I checked the details. But to win the winning tournament, Marcus also in the top and Michi is the second also.
Ah, okay, so that's basically the final then.
It's a kind of final, yeah.
Dice number. You can ask us.
So I don't know if there something locks up paused. So the players are discussing, so I missed what happened here.
Let me talk to them.
One row before.
Nedir durum orada?
Me.
Okay.
My dice. 4-2. 4-2.
Here they're getting up. Max is getting up.
Is okay.
6-5. Tamam. Yani Marcus oradan 5 oynayacak. Sonra 6 oynayacak. Hayır, önce 5 sonra 6. Sanırım şu anda böyle tamamdır. Şimdi Michi'nin oynayacağı oyun var. Bu da böyle tamam şu an. Yok. Evet 6-4. Şu anda tamam. Yeah, it's okay now.
So nothing much to do for Michi, strengthen his board and waiting for a chance. Marcus will clear the bar point. And there's the 6, so he probably should escape with one checker. Yeah, that's good. Double 5s, good shot. Takes this off. And Michi is just trying to bring his checkers in, not making the deuce point, which would be just a wastage of pips against the gammon. Still a possibility here. So the 3s, so we'll probably bring the other 2 checkers in. And hope to be able to escape next time. 3-2, nice shot, clears the 6. So this is really looking good for Marcus.
Yeah, clearing the 6 point was important, so he played easily with 3-2.
Hit and take off, I would say. So gaining pips for the gammon and maybe getting that back checker out. But actually Marcus is really happy that Michi dances because this increases his gammon chance. And the chances of losing from here are very small, so he doesn't mind that, so he's actually happy about Michi dancing. And now he should just take one off and play 3-2, I think. Yeah, I like this one. Michi dances again, so gammon danger now. Okay, good. So now he's thinking, because making the 4-point board is of course a bit risky, and this is certainly the safe play. I would prefer check her off and play like this. This seems to be safer, but the other one wins more gammon, so this is really difficult technical play because of the stronger board. So does he want Michi to stay out or not? I mean, staying out for Michi means more gammons, but also to lose the game still.
There. 6-1.
So Michi came in. So I would have made the safer play, but I'm not sure. So this looks like a save for Michi, but you never know. Okay, good start for Marcus. Wins and playing exceptionally well. It's always nice. Michi had some mistakes of the game.
2-0 for Marcus now.
So make the 22 and makes the 4-point. Good roll. But usually you make the 11 only when the opponent has made the 5-point. You have to take care of your defense and make a better anchor. And good play by Marcus. 5-1, Michi should split. Six two. This is interesting. So you could hit on the deuce, which looks really awkward, and it's not according to your game plan. You can jump with a back checker, which looks a little bit too risky. Oh, seems he found the best play again, so continues his strong performance. And the advantage of hitting is that it leaves fewer numbers and takes the initiative. So now he's in good shape after making the 2-point. And Michi should make the anchor and bring a checker down. Much better than making the offensive 4-point, yes. And now Marcus should run with the back checker. I think you want to give up the anchor at that stage. Because you're ahead in the race, you've got the stronger board to go for a racing game. So if you think this would be, I think, his first big mistake. So, but looks like he's going to find the correct play. Yes, very good, Marcus. She will just open his drawing, and the 6-up looks, no, it's a 5. So my internet is a bit, the connection is a bit choppy, so sometimes I might be a little bit delayed for not seeing the move, the rolls, that is. So Michi will attack, so that Marcus cannot escape with the 6. And baffle box on board. Okay, this is a bad number, but that you can do. And now Michi is thinking, it seems, but still looks too early to me, being down in the race. So yeah, we would have liked to have covered the 3. So XG tells us that he shouldn't have hit, and probably just with the 3-1 that is, and probably have played 13-10, 6-5, but now with the double threes, I think there are not too many options for him here. I mean, making the 10 is nice. Broken prime, yeah, good fine. And Marcus really wanted the 2, and this could be a cube, especially because Michi is trading. Let's see how Marcus plays it. Yeah. So this looks natural to me. And you don't need to make the bar point. And since the 8 point is stripped, the check. Oh, this was okay. So this was a mistake according to G by Marcus, and Michi insta cubed. So for sure he thought about it before. So XG doesn't want to leave a block with the 4-1 because since you will be on the attack, you don't want to have a weakness in your home board. Understandable. And I think this has to be a take still. Not too many gammons. You're ahead in the race. Michi hasn't even covered. Yes, take. It's 3. Okay. Now Marcus is in trouble. He really needs to roll an ace. Doesn't. So Michi has a chance to make the 6 prime here.
Double 3.
Double 3s. Doesn't make it, so no other option, I think, but trying to play for the blitz, I would say. So 8-5 and the deuce are clear, and then he should think about the last 3, and I personally would prefer to play 10-7, I think, because then you have, I mean, the problem is with this play, if you cover with the 4, you give up the 6 prime. So I would have played 10-7. I'm looking forward to see what XG says here. Yeah, I guess XG agrees. 10-7, yeah. And again, yeah, now you see he covers, but he has to give up the 6 prime. That's the question. Should he jump out now? That gives Marcus some jokers from the bar, but on the other hand, if ace, then there are some rolls next time, like a 5-3, with which he cannot escape. So I think he should use the time now, where Marcus is on the bar, to move the back checkers and just risk the jokers. Yes, good play. And now, okay, another dance. So this is now looking really good for Michi. We'll make the okay, Michi. Why don't you slot? Maybe he should have slot the ace. I mean, he plays it very fast. I thought with the 6 prime you just slot the ace, but probably not a big deal anyway. But he wants to get freedom for his back checkers first, and then he will start all the slotting. So probably he made the right choice. Okay. Still no slotting the ace. I don't know. It looks natural to me, but and this is how we learn our primes. And if he can make the close board quickly, yes, I like this. And then Marcus won't be able to move his checkers. He's in, but okay, Michi has the 6 prime and shouldn't be too worried. And the idea of getting the close board quickly is so that the other side doesn't enter and makes crossovers against the gammon. But here in this case Marcus hits, so he can now make some crossovers and reduce his gammon losses. 6-2, I don't know. Breaking the 10 would be natural. I mean, Marcus should be in gammon saving mode right now. Yeah, 10-8, 10-4. Not thinking too much about winning this or counter priming Michi. Just bring the checkers in, avoid getting hit, and avoid losing a gammon. And this looks a little bit more risky in the sense that he might leave some more shots. So I think the safest, yeah, he will find it. Anyhow, the difference wasn't too. 4-3. Another 8-4, 6-3 comes to mind. I don't know what he is thinking. He still wants to win the game. Maybe he's thinking about but this is just such a long shot. He should just continue in gammon safe mode, and yeah, that's. So Michi will enter, hit, and doesn't make any sense to leave the block on the bench because Marcus comes in with a number that leaves the shot. No big difference here. Another double 5, so Michi has some chances of winning a gammon. I would estimate them like below 10% for sure, but we'll see. Taking checkers off aggressively. Okay, why didn't he take that check? That was I don't understand this. You play for the gammon. I mean, he the checker off. That was strange. I mean, not many gammons, but like an extra checker off increases the gammons by whatever 4 or 5%. And it's still very unlikely to lose the game. So I would have taken off without much thought, played safe without much thought. I don't know.
This counts or not?
No.
Okay.
No. I said no.
Okay.
No, don't count.
Okay. Yeah.
So they play a dice on checker or not? Probably not, right? Because they took back one once already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So no gammon. So we'll be tied.
So at the beginning we were told that to chant.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but okay. It doesn't matter to me.
At the beginning,
So it's 2-2 now.
you mentioned that's
Oh, okay. So Michi smiling. Made 2 points. And we're in a 7-point match now. 7 away. Good roll, so he should make the 21 defensive anchor and the offensive 10 point, as far as I remember. So making progress on both sides of the board is very nice. Hitting an advantage, but I don't. It's just like it means enters in nothing that is a lasting. Okay, sorry guys.
Yeah, good.
Director,
So I hope everybody can hear me, but so
Yeah.
I was disconnected. So you can hear me. So
Yes, we hear you.
that's the problem when you're in the middle of nowhere. It's just a little bit risky with the internet.
What's happened there? Arkadaşlar ne oldu orada?
At least the game hasn't progressed too much in my absence, I think. Okay, let's see what has happened so far. Marcus has escaped with his back checkers. And I think this looks like a good cube to me, because you have the combination of some blitzing chances you had in the race, and so I think this is a strong cube, because also with the mate 11 point you can play your sixes, not many battles. So Marcus should definitely cube here. Probably he's making the pip count right now. We're sure that he's ahead in the race, and he should cube. Yes. So let's hope he finds this. So with his performance, I'm pretty confident that he will. So let's see, thinking. Actually, it's funny. I was so sure that Michi would be playing slower than Mark, and but it seems like it's the other way around. I would have bet on Marcus playing faster, because he's the intuitive player. He has a very good pattern recognition, so many things he just sees. So he turns the cube, it seems. Yes, good cube, and clear take, and good roll. Double four. So probably the first that comes to my mind is. I think this is not necessary to leave anything here. I wouldn't do that. For example, he can just play 13-5. Okay, what is he doing? So he can play 13-5, yes. And he can even, maybe I wouldn't eat the bar, but just playing 13-5 and 2 down on that, taking advantage of the race. I think it's the wrong idea to go for the blitz here. So I don't like that play. That would have, I mean, with the racing lead, and I don't like that play too much, but going for the blitz here. But let's see what they're showing us. So XG likes Marcus' play, so
Yeah.
so now we have 4-point holding game. Again, this is static phase. Michi will try to build his board as best as he can. Okay, so yeah. So I guess my idea wins more games, but Marcus' play wins more gammons. And Michi already gave up the midpoint. The downside is of giving up the midpoint that early. Now Marcus makes his board, and then you lose contact, because you have no choice, I think, but moving that checker off the midpoint would be my guess. And so you should have kept it probably before. And Michi's thinking now, because he really wants to maximize contact. He doesn't have much of a chance in the race. And now he counts Marcus' bad numbers. For example, if he leaves the blot on the midpoint and Marcus rolls 6-4, then Michi will get a direct shot immediately. Well, this is, but on the downside of the play is that yeah, you can see the downside is that any ace hits increases the gammon losses for sure. So okay, he goes for the aggressive winning approach and gets punished here. And yeah, some very real gammon chances here now, especially over sixes. So I don't know if you can hear the parrots; they're quite loud.
Yeah, we hear it.
So yeah, double fives doesn't count unfortunately for Marcos. 3-1 is also a good roll because he takes a checker off from the ace and is super safe. Michi continues to dance. This could be. Now there's some very real gammon danger. 6-2 seems to be fine. No caught leaving numbers. Okay, so I mean, tempting. I should just, yeah, he should at least look at taking more checkers off. This is not completely safe either. So and should look at the other play. Taking 4 checkers off. Pretty strong, but problem is if Michi, for example, enters with 5, yeah, and it may leave a doubt. I mean, but it's yeah, he should go for it. And since it takes more checkers off, the move takes more checkers off. It that's I mean, you get hit more often, but you win more games after disaster strikes. So, but it's tough to find such a play. We humans tend to be looking for the safest. Tend to look for the safest play in these situations. So, yeah, understandable if he plays like this. I mean, if this if the less taking less pure checkers off had been completely safe, of course you do it. But this is also plenty shot leaving numbers. So, yeah, difficult decision over the board. Yes, he finds the right one. Very good, Marcus. I'm really impressed. Great play. And yeah, Michi should maybe play 8-6. Still some hopes of saving the gammon, but he already on saving the gammon, it seems, and just plays for flexibility and wastes the pips. Ace is good, so now he gets a chance. I think at this stage, I mean, he's thinking about 21-16, but since he wasted pips the roll before, now can continue with that. 6-2, awful shot. And yeah, where to leave the blot? Yeah, when in doubt, just take the checker off and hope for the best. He has to leave a blot. And now a big swing in this match. Oh, Michi hits. So this could be very interesting. Become very interesting. And question is, okay, great shot by Marcus. So Michi has to perform again. So this is not it for him. So Michi will spread us out. He's not afraid of getting hit because he will get returns. 4-2.
Nothing to do. He's going to hit.
Yeah, you have to hit and hope for the best. I mean, if that play works, you're going to win a gammon, so that's a nice reward. But of course, it's many hitting numbers. I mean, he cannot possibly be playing with another blot and leave more numbers. I think he has to hit. I mean, I would be really surprised. It feels like the natural move here, and hopefully. And also, if you make the other play and get hit, he'll slot the ace point. Yeah, he's gonna hit. Yeah, for sure. Okay, big swing again. Okay, that's the deuce. So now game has turned around. So I guess if Marcus doesn't enter, it's over because Michi will recube. But he enters, but is this enough to take? I doubt it, because it's so likely that Michi will pick up the second blot. But maybe it's sixes, aces, threes, and fives hit on the ace. I think you probably have to drop this if you play like... I mean, after this move, so likely that, yeah. XG says it's a clear pass.
Yeah.
Just even the fives hit on the ace. So is there any non-hitting number? Even with double fours, Michi will just play switch, and Michi just has to pick up the second checker. So to be in very high winning chances. So I think Marcus will find the drop here. I mean, there's all these variation he's thinking about, that like Michi hits the second checker and Marcus gets the ace point anchor and all that stuff. It's just not efficient. So I think he will find the pass. It's really frustrating when you're about to gammon your opponent and then you really don't want to give up.
Marcus was so close to win 4 points, honestly, but
4 points. Yes.
Backgammon, you know.
So that's really
Never say never.
It's really tough. It's really tough to let go. But this is the time, and it's just 5 away, 7 away. So yeah, he's trying to find a reason to take this. You can see it. Fine. Unfortunately, in my experience, the more people look into the board and think, the more likely it becomes that they will take, which is good take, but this time pass. So with each second that passes by, chances are increasing that he will take this, I think, in my experience at least. He lets it go. Great play. Marcus playing excellent backgammon. Really impressed by his play. And he did it all weekend, I saw, so great stuff from him. Okay.
They had a break,
They're
I think.
allowed to take break.
Mola aldılar.
How long is
Oraya
the
break
break?
yazısını koyar mısınız? Sorry Dirk. They had a break.
Yeah, for how long? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What is...
Yes, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, so then... yes?
We can ask our operator to check the blenders if you want.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can have a look.
Evet, Latif, şu anda biz
Just let me get
ayarlarken... Yeah, I'm talking to the operator. So, bu blenderların üstüne şimdi geçersek maç sonrası uğraşmamız gerekmez. O yüzden isterseniz şimdi blenderların üstüne bir geçelim. Tamam, şimdi bekleyelim. Dirk bir gelsin.
So,
Dirk, when you are ready, we can start.
okay. Okay, I just have some background noise from the howler monkeys, but okay, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Michi should have hit on the 3 instead of splitting. So the idea is that Marcus has some nice builders and he wants to make points. So Michi should take away half his road, so Marcus cannot develop his position. And yeah, so that's the idea behind hitting. And anyhow, Michi is not ahead in the race, and yeah, splitting into the bar leaves Marcus too many options. I think Michi thought he duplicates the force for hitting and escaping and all that stuff, but that was just a bit too passive. Michi.
So the next one, 2-1 for.
Yeah, the next one.
Michihito.
I think he played really quickly, but if you look at Marcus' structure, it's like he has a strong priming structure, but he also has a strong attacking structure. And the good thing about making the deuce, that it gives you peace for now, so you won't be attacked, which means you can use your next roll to build your own prime. So it's also like, yeah, it's simply more solid. It's not so nice to be on the deuce, of course, but it's still better than being on the ace. And the other play is just too open, gives Marcus too many different game plans, and yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I think he played
Let's
that
continue.
fast.
Okay, let's check the other one.
I think no blunders by Marcus so far, right? He plays just
Yes.
like a machine. Okay, so here is another situation. Here he doesn't need to be super aggressive. He has a solid position, and you saw what happened after hitting. He's really, first of all, want to make the 3-point that desperately. It's not the best point for his prime. And Marcus has the stronger board, and he actually, if he plays 6-5, he has only deuces as good covers and tens, because he doesn't want to break neither the 7 or the 8-point to cover the 3. So I understand the play, because I mean, I considered it myself, and maybe I would have played it because you feel like you're down in the race, opponent is threatening to escape with the 6, and so you just want to get him off the edge of the prime, or impede him from escaping. But here Marcus can just hit, and then you're up against the 3-point board, and he can then escape. So yeah, understandable mistake by Michi, and I cannot tell if I wouldn't have done the same. So here, that's the only blunder for Marcus. I think he, and I understand it again, he wants to build his board and step up with the back checker. But the problem is, by stepping up with the ace, he is now in more danger of getting attacked. And when you are attacked, you want to have a really strong board, and you don't want to have blots in your home board. So by to the attack and putting a blot into his home board, he exposes himself too much. So XG wants to first go for safety, and so they resumed already.
Oyuncular başladı mı? Just a second. Yes, they can.
Okay, yeah,
So
back into
we'll
the game.
continue later.
Unfortunate game, last game for Marcus, but still nothing happened. He's playing an excellent PR. So Michi, Marcus. Okay, I think he should have split probably. not this replies, but probably it did find the right play. Yes, hitting, anchoring, special, 5 ace coming in on the 20. It's natural and yeah, nice play. I like it. So now Michi will attack. And so if Marcus dances, it's already over, but he makes a great shot by Marcus, making both 5 points, and now he's in the better position. So Michi has to go for safety. Still up in the race, so Michi will probably try to escape with his back checkers as soon as he can. 6-1. I think there's nothing else but 13-6 and hope for better times, or maybe coming out, but this, yeah, he comes out. So he's the expert in leaving, when to leave the anchor. He's up so much in the race, and what is he waiting for? So Marcus is considering a cube. Apparently it was not the right idea to expose yourself like this, and I think Marcus should have cubed, because if Michi dances now, Marcus loses his market by a ton, or too many market losers. And now he will cube, I'm sure.
Okay.
Difficult decision for Michi because he's still ahead in the race. So, tough decision. But Marcus should have thought about the cube before, because the 3s and 5s hit, the very volatile structure, and being down in the match.
Okay, küp kararını görelim arkadaşlar. Okay.
Okay, XG says it's still a clear take because of the racing lead, but for money or in unlimited, as to see, but you also, the score also plays a role already, because Michi knows that he will have a hard time ever getting to a good double with the racing lead. That means there are few situations where you can give a 4 cube when you were up 5 away, 7 away, fewer than for money. So that reduces the advantage of owning the cube. So now he's really tanking, going through all the numbers. I think he will find the take, because I think 6s were duplicated. Even if he gets hit, he can hit back. He has a 3-point board as well. And there are many numbers that just make the 3-point, and then, yeah, Michi has still good chances to be able to escape with the back checker. But I can understand that with the lead in the match, 5 away, 7 away, you have to be significantly conservative than at 7 away, for example. So let's see. Okay, he takes. Good decision by Michi. And 4-3, that's pretty much a nothing number. Doesn't do anything good for you. This was part of the reason that it was a take. So when you're not sure about taking or passing, you see all the bad numbers or the good numbers for your opponent immediately, but you also should look out for the bad numbers. And 4-3 is definitely really at the bottom. Yeah, great shot by Michi, because hitting, it's great for him. And now the other 2 aces, so he's now thinking certainly if he plays 11-9, that means he will give some good 4s from the bar. So I think he should keep the 6s duplicated, and he doesn't want to make the bar point actually, because he has the ace point already. I don't know, that should diversify Marcus' numbers, but was the right play, it seems. 6-5, so he will jump out and get that checker to safety. So now he really needs to roll a 4 here. He gets it. Brings another checker down. I think he should bring another checker down. I mean, that gives him maximum coverage for the bar point. Ideally, he wants to make the 5 prime. Okay, enter and playing 8-4. Strengthen the board, duplicating 3s all over the place because Marcus needs 3s to make the bar point, make the 3 point, and this is just, I would have, I don't know, my feeling would, but I would have been punished, and Michi made the right play, so good for him. So I thought with the blots, now if Michi rolled a hitting number, Marcus will have returned, so the game shifted dramatically into Marcus' favor. Let's see if he can one home. At the moment I say it, Michi rolls an A6, so Marcus again is desperate to roll a 3, but he gets it. So everything is on course for Marcus again, and good chances to win a gammon here. And Michi will have to play ugly. 3-1 is the play. I think it's 4-1 with fewer blots, but I'm not sure. This looks inflexible. 2 blots. I wouldn't do this. I would just bury the checker. So be it. 5-3 is horrible. So now Michi gets another chance to escape with the 6. But what can you do? But he doesn't get, so he will just bring a checker in. 3 is good, so 3 hits, and the deuce 15-13. Perfect. Michi dances, and again serious gammon danger from Michi. 2-1 is not a good shot, so he will just play 13. 13-10 is the first idea, but maybe if you count the numbers, no, this should be more covers for the ace. Okay. So very good chances again to win the gammon that he couldn't win the last time. Also very good for the PR. Easy decisions. Many decisions that are easy. Certainly he will try to looking out for double 6s, but it's not such a big issue. He should go for flexibility. Yeah, the play. 2 in. Perfect distribution for bearing off. Nice. Gammon chances are on the rise. 6-1 is a bit awkward. But what can you do? Okay. 3-2 is great. But now it's all about making course, run as fast as you can. Interesting. This looks, I mean, I would have been inclined to play 19-9, but probably no big deal. He is missing. Michi is missing one crossover here. If Marcus just takes off in 3, and Michi doesn't roll a double, then Marcus will win a gammon. So that's okay for Marcus. No ace. 6-5. Yeah, all doublets play for Michi, and he will need one on this very next roll, and he gets it.
Nice
okay,
one.
so he gets it. So we are now a 5-point match.
But till now,
Again,
Marcus played with a really impressive PR. Okay. Dirk, you hear us or your screen is freezed? Ekranı dondu şeyin, yorumcunun. Okay, I think Dirk's screen is freezed. They are trying to solve it. Till Dirk come back to the stream, I will continue. Yes, in the previous game, Michi saved Gammon with the double 6, which was really nice one. Now the score is 4-4, and it's a kind of 5-point match now. Honestly, Marcus plays with really impressive PR. 1, and now it's 2 PR. Michi, probably he will drop that PR, not 5-14. It will be better in the next moves. But in all these 4 days, honestly, Marcus played really impressive PRs. So it will be nice to keep on our eyes on Marcus. So Michi considering the cube now. Küp kararını görebilir miyiz? Evet, yeah. Here, as we see, double take will be the right decision. Making the 18 points. Five one. That's probably now he can consider the cube again. And he doubled. Let's see what will be Marco's decision. Okay, Dirk will be back in few seconds. I think he dropped from the stream, so they are taking him back. Welcome back, Dirk.
Connection in the jungle. Not great. So looks like Marcus is owning the cube, and Michi is stuck on Marcus' bar point. So he has to get moving. Well done. Marcus is trying to build his board as quickly as he can. Actually a bad shot by Michi. Ace for... he could have thought about hoping at least. But he's just playing against the checkers on Michi's bar point, hoping that Michi won't be able to clear the bar point without leaving multiple shots. So probably prudent play not to have it. I just would have had a look at it. I don't know. Marcus prefers to have two of Michi's checkers. A third checker gives a back checker gives Michi more flexibility actually. So probably the play was just clear to him. That's what I mean when I said that Marcus is a pattern recognition player, and he does it very well. And I don't know what happened here. The clocks are paused.
Why Marcus moving?
I don't know what happened.
Yes,
there.
I'm asking operating.
So what's your turn?
Okay, they are continuing. I don't know what happened, but so
Yeah,
now
Marcus
maybe
rise up and moving.
Okay, so Marcus is the first one to leave a shot. That's unfortunate. Just minimize the numbers, keep max contact. I don't know what else there is. The 6 is clear, and this just fewer shots. Okay, Michi hits, great shot for him. So, yeah, that's one extra builder for 3 and for 6. And this is also 2 numbers only, and usually you want to keep the checkers closer together. And again, play 7 to 6, minimize shots, and this all of a sudden is looking really bad for Marcus. Double threes, 2. Yeah, these 3 here, and now he's thinking about the gammon. I think this stuff we should take the safe route. 6 in, 3 down. And probably 2 points from Michi here. So nothing much to talk about, so I let the monkeys in the background speak.
We'll have some natural background voices.
Yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, he takes a checker off. With this BMAB format, you could make another move to not take a checker off to gain one shin, but I don't know if they play with some sort of gentleman rule that you don't do that, because it really is not, I mean, it doesn't look very well, but it's allowed and it can buy you a decision. So you can buy yourself a decision, and it's up for debate, an eternal debate, and nobody has found a solution to the problem yet of these creating artificial decisions. So I won't start talking about that, continue to talk about that anymore. Great shot. Michi should, I think he should make the 5. 5, yes. 5 is really strong here, and 5-1, so split checkers, bring a checker down, and under normal circumstances Michi would probably have a cube, but since he's leading 3 away, 5 away, he doesn't even think about it, which I think is correct, not to cube here. 5-2, so let me see, really awkward number. I probably, he's duplicating the 5s, that's the idea, but I think it's too loose. I think he should play this and hope for a better roll next time. Top in the race. I think he should just safety the block, but let's see what XG is saying. I would have played something different, but XG likes his play apparently, so Michi hits 2 checkers, so Marcus needs to perform. This is not it, and so this is, I mean, for me, I don't see how you can take this even at the score, or maybe, I don't know, at this, for money you cannot take this. Michi, I think, is not thinking about whether it's good enough to double, but whether it's already too good. So, I think the double is very clear, and now Michi is trying to figure out he should take a roll, because an undoubled gammon would get him to Crawford. It's very valuable. So, and he rolls, okay. I mean, this the disadvantage of rolling is, I mean, Marcus may have taken, so you don't give your opponent a chance to make a mistake. It's always good to give your opponent a chance to make a mistake, especially in a BMAB format. But I can understand it. Looks very strong. The 2 points are important, but yeah, XG thinks it's a double, of course, a double, and a pass, of course, but also a double. So now, by rolling a 4, now Marcus is back in the game, which doesn't mean that because of this Michi's decision was wrong, but yeah, he got punished. And another difficult decision here, so you could argue maybe even 21-16 duplicating 4s, because yeah, but then you open yourself to attack, so you wasn't thinking about running out, which certainly would have been an option. Last time he ran from the 3-point, which was wrong, and it would have been wrong here, it seems, as well. Okay, more noise, background noise here.
That's okay.
Or 3. Yeah, it's in the morning, all the animals wake up and make their comments. Yeah, perfect opportunity to go for the run, and now Marcus simply needs, I mean, the 4, he should play the 4, yes, and then should think, my gut feeling tells me he should make the 4 point. So if that play works, it's so strong, and he will have an immediate cube. And also, especially because Michi has a blot in his home board, so even if Michi hits, Marcus will probably get a crack at that blot. So my feeling tells me he should make the 4, but yeah. And I just see actually running was again a mistake. So, despite the blots, which is a bit surprising, I like this play. Okay, here we get the verdict, and actually it's correct. Marcus didn't find this one, but that's again understandable. And like Michi before for his play, Marcus got a bit punished by Michi's 4-3. Okay, this is interesting now. Marcus should pause, especially because of the score. I think this is a strong cube. Question rather. With 2 open points, with a good cube for sure. And tough decision for Michi because of the score. Again, in unlimited, I couldn't find a pass here. So the small numbers make the 5. It's very strong. On the other hand, if he doesn't, Michi is still ahead in the race. I don't see the race right now. So that's, if Marcus doesn't make a 5, and Michi can come in. Problem with Michi's position is it's a little bit inflexible. So he enters and may have to expose another blot. Okay, it's a small pass. So much ado about nothing, I would say here. I mean, you can think forever in the borderline decision. So for money, it would have been a trivial take, I guess. But here, because of problems that I mentioned, it's just not good enough. Surprisingly many gammons. Well, Michi has a lot of outfield checkers, and this danger of having to expose another. So combined with the fact that it'll be very hard for Michi again to get to a good re-cube. So all this is going to his mind, through his mind, I think.
So do you think, is it passed because of the score 6-4 now? If it was 4-4,
this is only because of the score.
Yeah.
If it was 4-4, it's a very easy trick. It's only the score.
Yeah.
It's for 2 reasons. First of all, Marcus gammons are really valuable. Michi's gammon wins, the few he wins, are not so valuable. And the biggest, I mean, you can take many cubes, because if you turn the game around, you can give powerful re-cubes. But when you are leading like this, there are very few opportunities for a powerful re-cube. So the value of owning the cube is reduced when you are leading. Yeah. This is the problem with. So this is why you have to deviate, especially at this close to the end of the match. the deviations from a standard strategy for unlimited can be really large, and like in this case, very easy take for money, or at 0-0 or something. But okay, he finds the pass, very good. So we now to an exciting score, 3 away, 4 away. So Marcus has to double very aggressively in the opening phase, or when he has good gammon chances. Simply because 4 points will win him the match, and Michi really has to be careful. Michi will be trying to get to play a simple game, get an anchor, and taking gammons out. So this is already after double aces. Marcus is very close, or will have a cube if Michi doesn't roll good number. So, okay, I would have thought about it here already, but Marcus is a little bit in time trouble, so he didn't. But okay, double fives, great shot. Michi not only makes 2 inner board points, but protects his back checkers. Great number by Marcus. 5. Okay. Seeing daylight with the back checker, that means that checker can escape with 6s now. So I think making the 9 is better than making the 3. And now Michi is in trouble because his timing is now really bad. He has his back checkers isolated. He is thinking about jumping out to the 17, which because he's just lacking time. So he feels, and correctly so, that he needs to move, get these back checkers moving. Marcus still doesn't have too many checkers, or is better positioned for a priming game than for an attacking game. Problem with jumping out is where do you play the other 5s? So isn't that okay? Isn't that
so? That was what I waited to ask, if Marcus need to consider the cube.
Yeah. That's an insta cube because the structure is really bad, and I mean the question rather is the take, because Marcus can easily win a gammon, and
Okay.
he takes it. So, but the double was very clear. I mean, this is structurally. So I'm curious to see the cube action, but XG agrees with the take. Will play by Michi, but so I think with this score and 4 points winning Marcus the match, he has to keep the anchor, and so Michi is already in. Okay, so he should have split. So I see Michi made a mistake, but I don't know what would have been the correct play. But I would have made the anchor for sure. Maybe XG wanted to play 3-2, not leaving any blots, but I'm only guessing here. So this position is rapidly deteriorating. 5 prime, and okay, ace. Yeah, where to play the? I think he has to advance to hope to get a better anchor, because the 5 point is just not helpful here, or doesn't do anything basically. And I don't quite understand why he doesn't bring a checker down from the midpoint, but no big deal. 3. Think he should hit. Yeah, this is the play that tries to win it, and also with if he manages to make the 4 anchor, that also reduces the gammon danger. So good find. And again we have this problem. Do we want to play more aggressively for the win? I'm not so sure about this one, because so long way to win from here. I think I would have preferred to just make the point, 5 point that is. But he gets the 4, but you see the problem. He has to expose more blots, and you can easily lose a gammon, even with a high anchor, simply when you have too many checkers back. And yeah, the position is just falling apart here, so big danger for Michi to get gammon anyway. And I think he just should play 5-1 at this stage. Try to play with 4 back checkers and just scramble it to avoid a gammon loss here. No, I don't like the play at all, but maybe he's right. Still, okay, XG wants to play this. Still don't like it, but yeah, probably I'm wrong. Gonna do okay. These are basically these are forced, and so where leave the blot. Okay. Okay. To win it, he has to hit and step up. Still some chances. Okay, another checker to safety at least, and he has 1 checker to run with. So this is actually a position for Marcus' part that you, in the BMAB sense, you really don't want to have. How to spread out, how to divide your checkers. Maybe this one is not so bad for a PR because decisions should be close. And Marcus is a little bit in time trouble, so he has to find his moves fast, which is, of course, there are many options here, which makes it even more difficult. So yeah, difficult spot for Marcus in the PR sense. But he's leading Michi by a clear margin in this department, so probably PR. But anyhow, this is not a UBC format, right?
No.
So, I mean, the relative PRs don't matter. Everybody for their own PRs.
Yeah, everybody plays for their own PR, but also the winning brings an extra money.
Yeah, this is the problem with having 1 minute on the clock and a zillion options. It's passed by, so 1 more checker home. Problem with Famichi is with the next some sixes he will have to break. I don't know if slotting was the right idea here, because then he could have, because actually Marcus doesn't want to make the 10 point, because at this stage, I mean, I wouldn't make the 10 point, because at this stage he probably wants Michi to run out, or am I mistaken here? I wouldn't want to make the 10 point at this stage. I would want to make it with 3 checkers back. Curious. Yeah, it's wrong. And the monkey agrees. Now it's actually good to have the 10 point, because yeah. Or maybe not easy. There are some situations still want to open up, because what will happen here is that Marcus will check us in. Michi basically won't move, and at some point Marcus will have to break, and if he gives up the control and Michi runs with his spare checker, then yeah, that's really bad. I mean, all over, it's also really bad for Marcus Gammon chances. But so normally, if you had more time, it would be interesting to think about alternatives of breaking the 10 point again. But now with since he has ceded the outfield control, or no more checkers in the outfield, there's no more point in. I think he shouldn't break from the rear, actually. Keep the sixes blocked. Or yeah, this is an idea. But this is like opening the 10 is much more attractive when you have the outfield control, of course.
But does he need to leave the blood over there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so now. I mean, all this breaking that I think he should have broken the 9 point, blocked the sixes. So now Michi actually, a 6. So this is so huge, and yeah. So this was really unfortunate for Marcus, getting into such a complicated position with not enough time. And of course now you see his PR really got worse. It's really unfortunate. Really bad luck, bad PR luck. And now he's even in danger, not much danger of losing a gammon. So he still can win the game. Question is if... So Michi should think about the recube at least. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, it would have been a recube. So I don't know. I think Michi still has plenty of time left, doesn't he? Or not plenty. So, but he should give it a thought at least. The recube, I mean. So this game, so a lot of crazy turnarounds in Michi's favor, getting him to an 8-5 Crawford lead. At least. So this will be getting to Crawford. I hope my connection will hold, since both are low on time. It will be pretty fast, I think. Okay, so...
The race was close.
Sorry?
So that was...
Yeah.
So Marcus PR went up by like almost 2 points simply because of the nature of the game. In the end, this containment thing, and all started basically when he slotted the 10 point and made it. I mean, maybe we can have a look at it while they take a break in this game.
Yeah.
I think they take a break. We can look at this last game and see if he should have played that containment. It's not a
Şimdi şeye
containment,
bakabilir
played
miyiz?
against
Bu son oyunun hatalarına bir bakabilir miyiz? Sadece şu son oynadıkları oyun. Son oynadıkları oyunun analizine bakalım. Okay, he's preparing now.
Yeah, I think that we will have at least 5 minutes, I suppose. Okay, I will just go to the bathroom then.
Yes, our operator prepares this last game to check the blenders because Marcus made some. Actually, he left some blood over there, which I think he didn't need it. And then Michi hits the checker. Then when Marcus dances on the bar, so Michi finds another sixes to leave the home board of Marcus. Then, of course, dramatically, Marcus lost the game. So while he has chance to make 7-6, instead of that, now it's a Crawford rule and Marcus is 6. No, Marcus is 5. So when the operators prepares the XG, Dirk will join us to analyze the last game before they start to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
we are waiting for it. So Dirk, will you join the Dubai tournament next week?
I'm maybe like 12,000 kilometers away. I'm in vacation and family and yeah, enjoying the beach and yeah. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be this time, but hopefully I can join next time. But I'm having a good time here. Very relaxing.
So you are relaxing and making preparation for the Merit or other tournaments next month?
Yeah. I think maybe I will go to one of the Cyprus tournaments in November, and also I'm in a new book project, and so I'm doing a little bit of writing, and so yeah, stuff to do. But here, especially with this climate, it's really tough. I have a hard time. I don't know if it shows up in the commentary, but my brain definitely works a bit slower here, but which is okay. I mean, since I'm in vacation.
So you start to work on your new book, or it's just a project?
Yeah. I started a couple of months ago. I hope to finish it by middle of next year, but we'll see. So far, I'm quite happy with what I have collected. I'm still collecting positions and already wrote a chapter, but it's advancing fine and had some good feedback of my test readers. So I'm optimistic that's going to be a good book.
So, any topic, any tips that about with it?
Yeah,
about
the
which
work.
Topic or?
Yeah, actually, since the theory of backgammon was about cubing, basically, except for with few exceptions, I wanted to write a book on checker play, and the working title is. To hit or not to hit, that is the question. So basically about whether to hit or not, like hitting loose in your home board, or when to, all kinds of situations, tempo hits, double tigers, all kinds of situations where you have the choice of hitting or another alternative. And I'm examining when to hit and when not to hit. So that's basically the topic of the book.
Okay, we look forward for it.
Yeah, I also look forward to finishing it, because at some stage always like you hit some roadblocks and you feel like this is not good, and then you throw out other stuff. So it always takes more time than you think, but I'm enjoying it actually. And also I feel whenever I write about some, clears up my mind, and I learn something by doing all the research, and so I think it's also a good teaching for myself.
That's nice. It's a nice news for the backgammon fans.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Let's check.
And
yeah, sorry.
yeah, because it seems like they're taking a longer break this time, or I don't know.
Okay, let me check them if they are ready. I think they need a little bit more again, longer break.
Yeah, I think after I have the suspicion, and I can fully understand it, that Marcus, after all these turnarounds, that he has to smoke a cigarette to refocus, and yeah,
We had many conversation here with Marcus. This is the first time that I met him in backgammon community, honestly. So we had really nice conversations. I understand his character, his how he looks to the backgammon, his backgammon rap music also. It was so fun to have a conversation with him. And now they are ready, I think, and they'll start. Okay. So with the PR, Marcus played with 4.16 and Michi 5.37. Yeah, now we are in Crawford game. Instead of making 3 point, do you think making the 18 point is better? At this one? Okay.
About this one, but so now we are in a holding game. Marcus, the good news is that he is a substantial favorite. Bad news is that his wins are mostly single wins. So, but certainly, I mean, the positions or some. I mean, I wouldn't call this stage boring, but Marcus right now will just have to wait for a roll that clears the midpoint, and Michi will build his board. So, and actually, this is pretty close now, so Michi also has decent racing, but Marcus is the favorite here. Okay, great shot, so that's big equity swing towards Marcus, and Michi has still some racing chances, but his chances of winning through contact are basically zero at this stage, so has to hope to roll big in order to win this. So he's not concerned anymore about building his board, just bringing the checkers in, so preparing for the race. And question is now, I mean, if he stays back, he leaves, he can wait for the 6-1. He can even stay there with one checker, because then 6-1 would leave a shot. So that might be like a compromise between the race and the shot equity. So yeah, because I see it correctly, right? 6-1 leaves a shot. If he plays it, leaves one checker on the 18. And running with one checker would mean it's still good for his racing chances, which are not great anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, he looks at it, so that's also good for the race, and yes, he finds it. I don't know if it's correct, but that would have been my idea.
It looks as correct.
Yeah, great play. Just rolling it home. So looks like we're going to get another game.
Yes, we'll have a post Crawford.
Nice.
And 8-6.
And I'm well. Let's see what happens. But I'm curious if Marcus will cube right away, or if he will wait with the cube, because at that score, the post Crawford score, many players wait to get more decisions. So we'll see if that's gonna occur, because Michi basically has to take anything in the opening, and so Marcus can get some decisions by not cubing immediately post Crawford. So that's again like this PR stuff, and also like by waiting, he at some point Michi may make a mistake. So players are looking a bit, or Max is looking a bit tired after I don't know how many matches these players have played.
They played 13 matches. This is the 14th one.
Yeah. So this is a lot. So great shot by Michi. So there's no need cubes immediately. So that's certainly no mistake. But actually, if he had waited, he would have got decisions, and that's good for reducing the PR. So this is a very good start for Michi here. So, okay, interesting, very difficult actually at the score, but this is just the simple plan when you cannot win any gammons. For money, for sure, for unlimited, this wouldn't have been the play. Maybe you see me pause sometimes, but sometimes the screen freezes, so sorry for that. Double six
It's
is great
okay.
shot.
It's because of the internet connection. It happens, you know.
Yeah.
We are so fast.
I don't know, more or less fluent. So now I think Michi stepped out, probably. I would have stepped out, but let's see. Yeah, this didn't look natural. That move, like 6-1, that's a liability on the ace point. Would have just stepped out. So it seems like it was a blunder not to do that, or at least to play 6-1. That's what I see. So again, the fortunes have shifted, and okay, good roll, but now there are again some gammons for Marcus possible. Race, so he is in good shape. Double fives, misses. Catching the race and reduces the gammon threat. So easily now how Michi has to roll a 3 quickly. Into 7. Is there anything else? This looks a bit too ambitious for my taste, but I don't know. 6-5, 2 down. 6-3, 2 down, or yes. Many builders now. Three, 4, no.
What a great
All
shot.
these turnarounds. So if Marcus rolls an ace now, he can win a gammon. Oh, no. This was such a bad swing. So that was like, I don't know how many games Michi turned around that looked basically lost.
I remember at least 3 games.
Swing again. So this is really tough, and it's just now Michi's just cruising home, it seems. Wow, so many turnarounds here. Yeah, very interesting match if it's over now.
We are not sure.
Many difficult decisions.
I want to make it sure.
I think at least, well, Marcus will have the consolation prize that he outplayed Michi, but I don't think that this will make him too happy. So if Michi wins, who's gonna be first in the Michi or? So Michi will win the tournament now.
He win the, the win tournament. I think, but for the PR we need to check other players because Michi played about 767. So we need to check it.
Okay, so
Okay,
this is over.
congratulations for 2 players.
Well done.
Okay,
Tough.
we'll
Very
make
tough for
the,
Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
yes, we'll check the analyze now, Dirk, if you have time. Just we'll check the blenders.
Yeah, I will try if as connection holds. So in case I'm going to get disconnected, I say goodbye to everybody and thanks for watching. But right now, I feel pretty good. The connection seems so.
Sorry, say again. I lost this voice again.
Yeah, no. Right now, I just said bye-bye just in case I lose connection again and all of a sudden. So, but I hope I will make it through. So, internet
Okay,
seems to be stable.
So let's start to check the blenders. If you lost the connection,
Yeah,
then we'll appreciate that you joined us.
Okay. Thank you. So we already checked the blunder.
Sorry. Okay. In the first game, actually, we make some analysis, but let's check the first the blenders. Blenderlara bakalım. Latif beni duyuyorsa blenderlara bakalım. Okay. Okay, Dirk. You hear me? Dirk may have lose the connection. Arkadaşlar, Dirk hattan düştü mü? Bana mesaj yazarsanız duyamıyorum mesela, yani göremiyorum mesajlarınızı. Önceki ekrana dönebilir miyiz? Dirk'in yorumcunun durumunu bir görelim. Latif beni duyuyor musunuz ya da İrfan?
So,
Okay, Dirk, you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I heard you all the time.
Okay, I couldn't hear this, sorry. So we can continue to check the blenders, not to take most of your time. Evet arkadaşlar. Tamam Latif, devam edelim şeyle. Blenderlara bakalım. Okay, this was the blender that we check the Michi's blender. We talk about this actually, so we can continue the next game if you mind.
Yeah. The next, I think we checked also this one where he shouldn't have hit. I remember discussing this, and Marco's play where he shouldn't have played with a blot, exposing himself to an attack with a blot in the home board. So
I think we checked the first two, but now we'll check the third one.
Yeah, I think there was nothing.
Yeah.
And there, yeah, this is actually, yeah, I would have played 13-6, and I remember Michi writing in his book that you usually shouldn't leave the anchor when both blots are exposed to attack. So I'm rather surprised that he went against the advice of his own book, but I do that sometimes too. Yeah, the problem here is that his numbers. He has a strong board, and his numbers. If you run out, then the numbers 3s and 5. He has a strong cube, which he didn't give. I thought it was a really strong double, especially when trailing in the match. So maybe we can look at the cube that he missed. Next decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just so much volatility now, and so much market losing sequences. Any hit followed by a bad come in or by a dance is a big market loser. So he should have cubed here. I mean, probably he was seeing the racing deficit, but yeah, it was a chance to attack, and so then that was one of these turnaround games, or wasn't it? Or maybe not.
Yeah, I think so.
No, this one was won by him. Okay, so here.
But this is making the 20 points seems to me also safer and most it looks
I mean it's just especially since Marcus was only one back checker, and the 5 point is not that strong because Marcos is can easily escape, so it has less blocking power, and the point just okay, is safe, secure, and the race is not that bad. So yeah, I'm yeah.
Okay.
Also the 5 point, if you make the 5 point, how do you do? So then there's another one. Yeah, I was surprised. I remember he played it very quickly, and my first instinct was to hit, and then I tried to justify his play, but instinct told me just, especially because Michi's board is weak. He has a dead checker. I mean, not right now it's strong, but he has a dead checker, and yeah, I don't know what I would have done in the end, but I think I should have thought a bit, and maybe he would have found the hit, but he insta-played, making the point and playing against the 2 checkers, but yeah, he should have hit here, because it's still, I mean, it's a long way from Michi hitting the return shot, Marcus dancing, Michi closing the 4 point, and then bringing around all his checkers. So it's a parlay, it's a long shot. So I understand that he was afraid because of his blood on the 5, but yeah, Michi's board is not as strong as it looks here.
Yeah, okay, so let's continue. This is...
okay, yeah, this was one where I strongly felt that you make the 4 point because of the blood, and then if you get missed, you probably have a strong cube. For sure, the opponent dances, and if you get hit, you still have the return shots. So, and that was the pass that Michi found. Okay. So, well played by both of them here. There's one red. Okay, this is the containment. Maybe
that, you know, Marcos,
maybe you can go to the
lot over there.
Yeah, maybe you can go to the 6-2 before. Because I'm just curious if you should have hit it or maybe.
Which one?
The 6-2. I mean, move 23. 23. If he should have made the point, move 23. So go back to 20. Not the 4, but doesn't matter. It wasn't. I was just curious if he should have made the. Yeah, now the green one.
Yeşil olan.
But if he does. Yeah, I know that was much late. I thought he should have kept the outfield control, and let Michi escape, but other roles before. But never mind. All the game is saved. So it was just an interesting game before he made the 10 point actually, because I wouldn't have made it at some stage. But that was way earlier. So. Just keep it with the blunders, and so I don't need to see this right now. So we can just go to 10-3. So you see, the idea here with the 6-2 is to keep the outfield checker for control, and you really don't mind if your opponent steps out with the 3, and what you really want to do is let him break the anchor at some point if that is possible, and which would increase your gammon chance. So the reason why you make this is when at some stage white has to break the anchor, you will have good chances of winning the gammons. The score was also a factor here, because you really want to play for the gammon. You need the 4 points, or the 4 points win you the match. So that was the strategy behind the breaking time prematurely. Okay, so we can just go to the 10-3 play. To the blunder. 10-3. Yes. There it is. So again, you don't want to break from the rear here. First of all, you see that white has to move the 3s, and there are some horribles like 3-2, and you even leave the blood there to get a checker it's just the play for the gammon. And then
that's right.
I mean, and if you clear, you usually are not clearing from the rear, but from the inside points to have more blocking options. So, and Markus was very unfortunate with the sequence that he danced, and Michi escaped all the checkers, and then I saw Michi insta-rolled, like when he should have thought about the fork, we can go to the fork.
Yeah. So we continue to the double.
Yeah, and that really cost him in PR because whenever that checker guy, he has won, so he has huge market losers. So he should. It's hard to find these cubes, but I was surprised that didn't think about it. Because okay, he will at most he will leave a direct shot at some point, and if he gets missed, he has won. So this was just after the next sequence. Very often the game is just decided, and he is a big favorite to come out victorious out of the next sequence. So yeah, that's the reason why he should have cubed. And this is why it's such a big mistake, because the volatility is just so high. If he gets missed, he has won the match. So, or maybe he doesn't even leave a direct shot. He can also roll something like a 3-1, and then it's only the sevens. And on top of that, even if he gets hit, he still has some chances to win. So, would have been a very strong cube.
Okay, let's continue the next one.
Yeah.
Next.
Or I lose the connection.
Right.
Crawford. I think Crawford game was well played by both.
Okay, they play both.
This one, I would have instinctively just jumped out. That's what you usually do, especially because 6-1 puts a checker where you really don't want it. So even if you get hit with an ace or a deuce, then you have to break a point, and there's really no good use for the 5. And 6-1 is just then you put yourself in danger of getting primed while reducing your chances of priming your opponent, because that checker on the ace point is pretty much useless.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a big mistake.
Okay, that's all I think. Let's get to the main
so
screen.
I made it through. I made it through with the connection alive. I'm very happy.
Yorum ekranına dönebilir miyiz? İkimizin olduğu, yorumcu ve benim. Okay, Dirk, thank you very much. We wake you up early in the morning to join us for the commentary.
No, my pleasure. I really was looking forward to doing this. I mean, two great players, and it was a very exciting match. So I'm really happy that internet worked more or less, and that I could participated in this event, which is actually a great event. I'll do it again, and I hope I will be able to take part in it at some point.
Okay, hopefully next time when we organize it, we'll appreciate if you can join us. Of course, if you can manage your time,
my
and
schedule,
maybe when you finish the new book, and we can also have some seminar here about it.
I would love to do that. So let's see what comes up, when we'll be able to do it again. And so, thank you very much.
Okay.
And
thank you, Dirk.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice holiday.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. Today was the last day of the International Backgammon Boot Camp in North Cyprus, and we made our 14th live stream, and this was the last one. And honestly, it was really the dramatic one, because two great players played, Michi and Markus. Markus played perfectly. but then he had some little mistakes, and Michi come back with great moves. So this was so far honestly the best stream that I made with Dirk for this event. So hopefully in the next event we will come together again. We make some streams and we'll be more in connectivity. So thank you for watching and enjoy your backgammon time. Bye bye.